Welcome to today's show and welcome to 2019. I'm your host, Mike Slinkard. This episode is the start of a new season here on Hunting with HECS, and we're excited to bring you a new lineup of exciting close encounters. In keeping with the time of year, we're going to start this month with some predator hunts. We'll begin with some coyote hunts, throw in a bobcat or two, and even break out some really cool footage that I took while I was on an antelope hunt with my daughter Caitlin last fall. It's going to be a lot of fun, so sit back, relax, and join us as we go hunting with HECS.
Hunting is about getting close. Really close. Get closer than you ever thought was possible.
When you have a cameraman and you setting out in a dirt field like this, you can get away with so much with this HECS on.
I've got to give credit once again to HECS.
We showcase the science of getting close right here on Hunting with HECS. Hunting with HECS is brought to you by PSE Archery, Tough Country, American Values Forged in Steel, Ozonics, Undetectable, Undeniable, Victory Archery, the Carbon Arrow Experts, BumpersDirect.com, Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls, we call the game, Spot Hog, the world's toughest archery products, Worn Wenches, UC Hunting Properties, and HECS Stealth Screen, the evolution of concealment.
This first hunt is with David Herring. David is the host of Coyote Country here on the Pursuit channel, and he's a big believer in the HECS technology. David has sent us some crazy footage over the years, like this setup with him and his son overlooking the Sagebrush Flat. This coyote actually sees David move and charges toward the movement. At 22 yards, he drops him with a shotgun. You know, we've seen some crazy close-up stuff with coyotes on other hunts, so it's hard to say just how close it would have gotten if he'd have let him kept coming. But at some point, you have to decide how close is close enough, and he dropped the hammer on him.
So this is one of those HECS moments, guys. Our HECS suits that we wear every single time out. A coyote was gonna know and sense that there's a living being when it gets within 50, 60 yards. At 22 yards, it didn't sense me. It saw my movement. So this was definitely one of those HECS moments. We're gonna pack up and see if we can do a couple more stands.
David's hunts include the whole family on the show, with his son Gabe as his shooting partner and his wife Mandy on the camera. In this HECS encounter, they were all three trekking through the sage when David spotted a coyote messing around right in front of him. They quickly hunkered down only yards from the coyote, and Mandy fired at the camera. Coyotes are notorious for being alert, and they don't miss much on what's going on around them. But in this case, all three of them were wearing HECS technology, and they were able to walk right into gun range of this coyote, and he had no idea they were anywhere around.
You got it.
"25 yards, that's what this thing came to. Never even knew we were there. We're not concealed, we're not hidden, we're actually on top of the little mound that we were crossing over. Skyline like all get out. Definitely HECS moment, guys. If you're not a believer in HECS, this definitely should make you a believer that a coyote didn't see all three of us just walking out here, didn't sense that we were there that close of a distance. That is definitely the HECS suit doing what it does.
The newest addition is our base layer. The base layer is a lightweight, semi-thermal material designed to be worn under your regular hunting clothing when you need just a little bit of extra insulation. It features the patented HECS technology woven right into the material. The suit comes in 3 pieces: pants, shirt, and head cover. The shirt is a quarter-zip Henley with serge stitching, embroidered HECS logo, and thumb holes. The form-fitting pants have serge stitching throughout, and an elastic waistband and cuff ensure they stay in place. They also feature a convenient fly. The head cover has a hem-die hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, gloves, and our new heavyweight over-the-calf sock. Brand new for this year is the new multi-rag. This versatile face mask can be worn in a variety of ways. Order the HECS base layer right now and use the promo code PURSUIT to save an instant $30 on your order of a complete HECS suit. Learn more about our complete line of clothing and accessories as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering at HECSLLC.com. Our January Predator excursion will continue right after this quick break. Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. This week we're hunting predators, and so far it's been all coyotes. Now let's catch up to host Mike Slinkard and find out what's next on the list.
You know, we get a lot of testimonials from customers all over the country who tell us how well HECS technology works on predators. And who could forget this amazing piece of footage that we received from the guys out at Switchback Outdoors. You know, I've had my own close encounters with bobcats as well. I spend a lot of time hunting predators every year with both rifle and my bow, and several times I've walked right up on bobcats. This particular time I was walking along the edge of a pasture looking for a place to set up and call when I noticed this bobcat hunting in the grass. With the HECS advantage, I was able to move right into bow range and get a good shot. Nice little cat. Said bobcat with a bow, you can't complain about that at all. So usually I shoot all these with a gun, but anyway, I had my bow today and he was close enough. We put a little sneak on him and got him, so very cool. When it comes to predators, I'm not opposed to dropping them at any distance, and those that know me know that I'm not afraid to stretch out the yardage with my bow on occasion. This coyote happens to be right at 99 yards. I regularly practice at 100 yards with my PSE carbon air, and I'm very confident that I can put my arrow where it needs to be at that distance if I have to. So when this coyote stopped broadside, I just had to let one fly. Well, we're hunting deer, but we got a coyote, so pretty cool deal. He was out in this field, had a tree between me and him, and we got out here, and he was still a ways away, 99 yards with my carbon air. So, you know, like I said, I don't know that I'd shoot a deer that far, but, you know, we'd not like to get rid of these coyotes, and made a good shot on him. So, again, the old carbon air comes through. So far, I have yet to shoot at anything that hasn't died with this bow. So, big shout out to PSE right there. Since we started employing the HECS advantage, I've had many close encounters with other animals as well. This past year, while antelope hunting with my daughter Caitlin, I stumbled into this encounter with several badgers. Well, I'm not a badger biologist, but I do know that badgers breed in August, so I have a pretty good idea what was really going on here. It's experiences like these that HECS users talk about all the time. You know, hunting is much more than just getting a shot. It's about the experiences that you see and hear while you're in the field. If you've been watching Hunting with HECS for very long, you probably realize that HECS patented technology that we feature here on the show has become something of a must-have item for tens of thousands of hunters around the world. What you may not have realized is that HECS technology is also becoming an integral tool for wildlife biologists, researchers, photographers, and really anyone who wants to experience wildlife in its natural and undisturbed state. If you watched this year's Shark Week episodes on Discovery Channel, you saw HECS stealth screen logos on some of the world's foremost shark experts. HECS technology is also front and center in the hit show Extinctor Alive on Animal Planet, starring biologist Forrest Galante. Forrest and his team search for and sometimes find animals that were thought to be extinct, and they use HECS to help them in their quest. HECS is even being used by the U.S. military and police special units to help them stay less detectable by animals that can signal danger when they're in covert situations. Quite literally, HECS is popping up everywhere people interact with animals. The bottom line is all living beings, including humans, produce naturally occurring extreme low frequency electrical fields through heart rate and muscle movement. HECS products effectively block those fields, making the person appear more like an inanimate object. HECS is real technology. It's backed up by 5 issued patents, and it's fully proven to work. So no matter what you like to do outdoors, there's a HECS product for you. For more information on the other areas HECS technology is changing the way people look at concealment, check out HECSLLC.com and click on the links to the other HECS entities. Now, let's get back to more hunting action.
We have lots of amazing close encounters left, and they're coming up right after this. Welcome back to Hunting with HECS. This week, HECS users are showing how incredible HECS technology is on predators. Now, let's get back to the action.
Well, anyone who knows me knows that I choose to bow hunt about 99% of the time. But occasionally I like to break out the AR and do some predator hunts that way as well. On this hunt, I'm in Oregon and I've just finished a coyote setup. As I got up to move, I saw a bobcat that had crept in close unnoticed, but was now leaving the area below me. Got him. I've enjoyed predator hunting for many years, and when I got some footage from Jim Walker, who lives not too far away from me, I was blown away. You probably remember some of the encounters he sent us in the past year. When he offered me a chance to go hunt with him for a few days, I couldn't resist. Well, Jim and I are both shooting, and on our first setup, we called in 2 at the same time. I'm focused on one and didn't notice the other, second one off to my left. Well, I dropped the one straight out, and at the shot, the second coyote moved back into my field of view. I quickly swung on him, but I just couldn't get on him long enough to take a shot. Well, Jim is hands down the best predator caller I've ever hunted with, and today he was using all mouth calls, and he knows just how to sweet talk an old coyote right into range. It wasn't long before we had another setup and another coyote on the way. Well, I'd like to say that we got every coyote that came in, but that wouldn't be totally truthful. Well, some days I think I'd be better off shooting my bow.
Hi, I'm John Dudley, and I want to talk with you about the HECS Stealth Screen technology. This is an amazing product that I've used for several years that not only helps me get closer to wild game animals, but it helps me put more meat in the freezer. HECS Stealth Screen contains a patented and proven technology which blocks my body's naturally occurring electronical output. And it's known that on many animals, they actually pick up on this energy when they get in close, and many times it's this sense that tips off these game animals. While HECS doesn't make me invisible to animals, the advantage is it does make me appear more like an inanimate object. And this helps me get closer to animals and stay undetected much longer. I can get away with more movement, and many times, even when the animals see me, they just don't react the same way. HECS is now being used by hunters, divers, wildlife enthusiasts, and even the U.S. military now to help them stay undetected in the field as well. Well, if this isn't a HECS testament, I don't know what could be. The HECS worked perfect. There were so many does and spikes and little bucks that were all around us, and they'd look at us in the blind and just go right about their business. And that's the kind of things that I've been experiencing with HECS. I can't say enough about the products. To learn more about this groundbreaking technology, go to hexllc.com or call 541-575-4327. If you mention the promo code PURSUIT, then you can guarantee that you're going to get the best pricing available anywhere, so don't delay. Get the original HECS suit or the brand new semi-thermal underlayer and get the HECS Advantage for yourself for this fall.
We've still got plenty of action left, and it's all coming up right after this quick break. This week is all about predators. From coyotes to bobcats, HECS is showing that users benefit from wearing HECS technology no matter what the species.
We've had action on nearly every setup, and we've got several in the truck already. I'd like to say that we got them all on camera, but coyotes are one of the hardest animals to film, and there were just too many obstacles in the way to get every one of them on film. But that didn't stop Jim and I from dropping them anyway. Kill. A few times we saw coyotes coming in at a distance, but they would then get sidetracked and not show up close. In those cases, we utilized the HECS effect and just moved towards the last place we saw them. Sometimes it let us have a crack at them that we would never have gotten any other way. The most fun, however, was sitting patiently and letting them come in close.
Well, here he is. Young one, but he's a starter, isn't he?
Yeah, Fisher's model. Yeah. Well, we were always hoping for some crazy action like Jim had sent in to us earlier. So we waited on them to get as close as possible before trying to take them. Sometimes that meant dropping the shotgun and picking up the rifle just to keep them from getting away. After all, at the end of the day, it's all about reducing predator numbers, and that's just what we did. Well, sometimes you see the weirdest things when you're out hunting. On this setup, we had a coyote coming in on a string straight to our setup, and this herd of cows intervened. They saw the coyote running towards our position and gave chase. Unfortunately, they got directly in our line of fire, so when the coyote gave us a clear shot, we couldn't take it because we had cows behind it. When he finally moved to the side far enough for a safe shot, he decided he'd had enough and beelined it out of the country. One thing's for sure, all in all, we had a very successful day. In a fitting end of the day, we finished off with a shotgun double from the exact same spot.
Another mature male.
Big old dog, yeah, absolutely. Man, can't get over how pretty these coyotes are. I mean, they're just, it's one of the neat things about this part of Oregon, this part of the country. The coyotes are just so pretty. At the end of the day, Jim and I had called in 18 coyotes and got 9 of them. You know, I learned a lot from this master coyote caller, and hopefully he'll invite me back out on another hunt someday soon.
The original HECS suit is very lightweight, breathable, and versatile enough to be used in almost any hunting situation. It comes complete with pants, shirt, and head cover, and is available in either Mossy Oak Country or Realtree Extra Camo. The material features a highly electrically conductive carbon grid woven into the polyester base cloth. This grid blocks your body's electrical field. Most people wear HECS as an underlayer, but as long as the HECS material is between you and the animal, it's just as effective. The pants are cut similar to sweatpants, with an elastic waistband, adjustable drawstring, elastic cuffs on the bottom, side pockets, and a convenient fly. The pullover shirt features thumb holes, serge stitching, and an embroidered logo. The head cover has a hemmed-eye hole, adjustable drawstring in the back, and is very easy to use. Additional accessories are sold separately and include the HECS hat, made entirely of HECS material and is very lightweight and comfortable. The gloves are made of a lightweight, stretchy material in Mossy Oak Camo with the HECS technology woven in. The socks are a heavyweight over-the-calf sock and have the conductive HECS grid woven into the material. Brand new for this year is the new multi-rag. This versatile face mask can be worn in a variety of ways. Order right now and use the promo code PURSUIT to save an instant $30 on your order of a complete HECS suit. Learn more about our complete line of clothing and accessories, as well as our fit guarantee for worry-free ordering at HECSLLC.com.
On today's show, we saw just how effective HECS technology is on predators, both canine as well as feline. We've seen that cats seem very attuned to the living electrical signal, but as more and more studies are done with canines, it's starting to reveal that dogs also have that unique ability to not only sense, but possibly even see electrical fields visually, the same way birds do. We know from our own field testing that canines, as well as most other game and non-game species, are very susceptible to HECS technology, and we're confident that as more research is being done in the field of bioelectromagnetism, the benefits of HECS technology will only become more and more apparent to scientists. You too can experience the same HECS benefits today by going online or give us a call and getting your own HECS suit on the way today. In the meantime, we'll keep pushing the limits and bringing it to you each week, right here on Hunting with HECS.
If you have a HECS success story, we'd love to hear from you. If we use it on the air, you'll be in the running to win an exciting hunting trip with the HECS crew. You can find out more on our website at HECSLLC.com. While you're online, make sure to take a minute and check us out on our social media sites as well.